Odin. Recently, with one of the patches, they came out with a new relic. Uh, and a lot of people with this new relic have basically said that Odin's useless with Phantom. And Phantom allows you to pass through players and player-made objects for 5 seconds. 100% reduction on all basic attack movements, penalties, and duration, cooldown, 100 seconds. So, they think that Odin's useless now, or aka his ult is useless now. And I kind of disagree with that, because a lot of gods, I mean, if you're going to put a relic on just to counteract an Odin, you're still going to lose because there's so many other gods that are going to be in the game that Phantom's not going to work with. I mean, as of now, so many gods have escapes anyways. Like, Fenrir got a jump, Neith's got a backflip. So, I mean, everyone doesn't want to play Odin now because they're scared of Phantom, and they shouldn't be scared of this. And I just think that Odin is still just as good with or without someone using Phantom. So we're going to go over a build with him and what you should be leveling up. I personally like to start off with a relic as a blink. Because if you're out of game playing or in arena or you're coming into a team fight and you say you're late getting there or something like that, it's really good to blink in, alt, or just be charging and blink in. I just personally like blink for that. And then as you're leveling up, when you first come in, a lot of people disagree, but I will go into your square. As far as you starting off with level 3. You get one in all 3 of them, just so you have your full kit. And then as you hit 4, you're going to go back into your X again. It's going to be called, basically, people call it a bird bomb. But we're going to go over a little bit of how to use the kit as soon as we're done with this. You hit level 5, obviously, you're going to go into your alt. Now, in a joust, I won't go with that right away. I'll put another one into my square, or your 1, and won't really put my alt until 6. I know a lot of you players are going to disagree with that as far as that goes for a build, but that's just the way I like to do it. You do a little bit more damage when you go in to help your team basically get the kills, especially if they are playing with Phantom, and your alt is going to be a little more useless. If they do have Phantom, ults won't do much, even though the alt is going to be cooled down way before their Phantom is. Okay, if you build them right, your alt's going to be up every like 35 seconds. And Phantom goes up every 140 seconds, so you're still going to be able to ult them. Now going to level 6, you're going to go with your 1 or your square. Alright, and the 7, I go right back into. I basically level up my 1 and my 2 first, as far as that goes, and then on 8, I'll put 1 into my circle, and then 9, 1, and then from here, I just level up the 1 and 2. Plain and simple. All the way up in there like that. We'll go all the way up to 20 just so I can show you. Now, from here, like I said, we're just going to go into 1 and 2. Go back into the 2, your X, for your square, and your X. And then from here, once you get here, I'll put 1 more into my circle. Alright, then finish this off, and it's going to be your alt, on your square, or your circle, sorry. Finish that off, and then your alt's going to be done. So that's pretty much that for that build. Now, the start of this god is a little bit different, all depending on your second relic. If you're in a joust for a 1v1, Wrath is always a good item to go with. Helps with the damage camps, or Sprint. I mean, basically the 3 relics I think mainly you should use with Odin, once you get Blink, would be Wrath, Sprint, or Curse. Curse is going to slow them, especially if you can't secure a kill. You're going to help slow them to help your team secure the kill. But it's not all about kills when you go into Joust or ranked 1v1. It's not about the kills, and a lot of people get that confused. So, just for all intents and purposes, we're just going to go with a Sprint. Now, the start of this guy, this is where if you have a lot more, it's basically a 3 to 1 ratio, 3 to 2, because you have 5 players normally, or a 3 in a joust. We'll stay with a joust, 3v3 joust. Basically, you're going to have either 2 physicals and 1 magical, 2 magical, 1 physical. That's gonna go either way. So if you're gonna have 2 physical, Breastplate of Valor is a great thing to go in. I mean, you get 75% physical protection, you get 300 mana, which helps you stand longer, and you get cooldown in there as well, which is 20%. Now, if you have more of a magical start, if there's 2 magicals, Genji's Guard is something really good to start with. Plus, it's relatively cheap for only 2,200 gold, and it gives you 80 magical protection and 10% cooldown, so you're still gonna get your cooldown. So for in here, that's gonna be a magical god down there as well. So we're gonna get that's right here for basically your first item. Okay, now depending on how the game is going at this point, obviously you're gonna have some boots here. The only 2 boots I think you should really use with this guy. Now some people like speed boots. I don't really like them. I don't see why you would even put them on there. Maybe if you want the hit points, more mana, plus 30 gold. But I mean, it can only occur every 90 seconds, so it's really kind of useless. So once a minute you get an extra 30 gold. I don't see why that would even be relevant if you're doing what you're supposed to do with him. He doesn't have much lane clear, but if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing with him, you shouldn't have a problem with gold. Now, Reinforce is also basically going to top out your cooldown if you go at magical. It's going to be 40% ban right off the bat. Bang. So, I mean, there's 30 and there's 40% cooldown, which that makes your cooldown top out. Plus, we're going to give you 150 health, 80% movement speed, 15 physical power. That gives you a big jump early on. And then you can go into maybe a power item second, depending on how the game goes. If you're dying a lot, you can go with this here, especially if you have healers. If you're playing against healers, you can go with Pestilence. Pestilence is really something really good to go with as far as if they have healers. Now, rather than a healer, so we'll go with Pestilence, but I kind of changed it up a little bit here as far as that is concerned. Sometimes I will just go with, I mean, we could go with the beat stick, reduce healing also, personally. I like this a little bit more. You really see some people want to go with Jordan's Wrath. You really don't need it if you go this route, because you don't need 20% cooldown, because it's not going to do anything for you because you're already topped out at 40%. And here, even with the beat stick, great for healers. And then if you're not really dealing with healers, you can just go in with a Titan's Bane just for that. And then from here, you can pretty much go into Mantle of Discord. Mantle of Discord is great. Gives 60 and 60. It's a little expensive as far as that's concerned. But, I mean, you really shouldn't have a problem with it. Or you can go with his cheaper little brother, Spirit Robe. Still 40, but like I said, you're still getting the cooldown. You don't need the cooldown. Any of these items, you're really going to get the cooldown. Although, if you don't need the cooldown and you're doing alright, with him being tanky, you can go with the Hide. Okay, this is kind of where I'd go with him at this point. And at this point, you really shouldn't be taking a lot of damage at all. And there's more physical gods later. You're going to take a little bit more physical damage at this point, because as physical gods get more powerful. You can come over here and you can go with Matters Male, physical protections. I personally like this because it deals some damage while you're in the circle. Basically, it's the length of a circle is almost what it is. A little bit smaller. 200 health there, 300 health here. You can go into this, and then for your last item, if you're still doing really well in the game, I mean, you shouldn't be taking hardly. I mean, you shouldn't be getting hurt that much at all. I mean, even someone playing a Loki who's got a lot of penetration, someone got a lot of penetration and crit, you still should live through an ult, basically, at this point. No matter whose ult it is, you still should live through. It's gonna hurt a lot, but you can go with one more power item. And like I said, you can come over here and get a Brawler's Beat Stick just that little extra added power to him. It's a good Good start. It's got a good set of power and protection for him being a tank, and you still get kills if you're into that. So now the way his combo works, not counting his ult, let's just go say everyone's got Phantom and everyone's got it ready. So you're one of the god maybe to kind of force him to use it because your cooldown is going to be sooner. But you're gonna go into your 1, which is your X, and then your 2, which is your 2, which is your X, and then your 1 is your square. And circle should basically finish it off. Now, when you do this, some people like to rush it and just go 2, 1, and just bang right in there. If you let it charge a little bit, when you get in there, it'll do a lot better. You'll be a lot better off, especially if they really not pay attention. There's a bit of a team fight. You're coming up to it. So you're gonna let it charge, come in, and he should just be just about dead. And you just basically beat on him. I mean, then you see your cooldown is really, really good as well. I mean, as far as protection goes, I mean, you just stand here. He can just beat on you all day long. I mean, sooner or later, I mean, he already ulted. Put your cage up. Oops. And I missed with that. That was embarrassing. Oh no, I still hit him. The guy stands no chance. I mean, especially squishies like hunters, assassins, mages. You should have no reason not to destroy people. I mean, that was just that right there. If you looked at it, that was 530 and 530. So that's 1,060 damage you're doing right there. We'll see if we can do it again. That was 560, 530, something like that. So, I mean, you're doing tons of damage with that, and that's still not including a swing. And he's taking damage over time, as you can see. With this, just from standing next to him, he's still going to take 31 just by standing here. So, I mean, and you're going to be building up your stacks on your armor as well. That's a lot of damage for coming out of an Odin. I mean, basically with this guy, you should not be dying a lot. Even if you like your hunters and assassins, if you're dying a lot with them guys, this is a really good character just to come and use. You can stay in the fight longer. It's not real mana hungry. I mean, I think it's one of the better warriors still, even with the new relic. So there you go. You can see some of his gameplay. I'm going to be uploading some of those videos. One's going to be in an arena, which was a 14-1, I think it was. But go ahead and watch that. And then there's going to be one with a joust with him, playing with a similar build with this. And just make sure you like and subscribe, tell your friends, and make sure to leave your comments below.